our show In Conversation. Today we have with us Captain Sanjay Goyal. He is the Executive Director of Ikwasi Mining India Private Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Sanjay Goyal is one of the best known names in our industry. He has vast experience in the dry bulk cargo trade. Welcome to our show, sir. Can you please give us a brief introduction about your organization?
Thank you, Captain Mishra. I am working for Ikwasi Mining India Private Limited, and this is part of Oza Holding Group, which is based in South Africa. Oza Holding is into coal mining, coal trading and cement grinding unit, all out of South Africa. We are exporting close to about 3 million tons of coal worldwide from South Africa, and the plant is grinding about 750,000 tons of raw material to make cement for presently selling into the South African market and in due course exporting to nearby countries.
Sir, how has COVID-19 impacted the trade and how is your organization dealing with this challenge?
Captain Mishra, COVID has impacted the entire world. The major reason is being that plants worldwide are shut, which has resulted in poor demand for anything, for commodities, for power, for oil, you name it. As far as we are concerned, we believe that we cannot control the prices, the selling prices. So we have to keep our cost structure low. As it is, we are a very low cost company. But we are still trying to see where we can cut corners and see where we can keep our prices well under control. Now, this COVID has impacted the entire world, and obviously we are no exception. As far as prevention of the spread is concerned in our factory premises, cement plant, mine, offices, we are ensuring that everybody is using the mask and PPE, the full body suit wherever it is required, temperature monitoring of the people who are working, social distancing is being maintained at the plant and the mine and the office, and we have set up a quarantine center, so in case somebody is found symptomatic, can be isolated and taken to the hospital. Of course, touch wood, we have not been required to use that facility so far, but all these precautions have been taken at all levels at the plant and the mines. And we'll have to wait and watch and see how the market goes from here. Though I have every reason to believe that demand will pick up gradually. In India and in South Africa, lockdown situation is being eased off. So definitely the demand for the coal and energy will pick up and the prices will stabilize in times to come.
So what challenges are you facing in cargo operations at ports?
Captain Mishra, because of the COVID, earlier South Africa had put the complete lockdown. So even the coal mines were shut. But luckily the government took action and they started the coal mining operation because that is considered essential commodity. So we could resume our mine, of course after taking all the protections which are mandated by the government at the mine, and we could start the mining, we could start the rail operation to the Richards Bay port and the ship loading. The port had some problem finding the labor in adequate numbers, so they had declared certain jetties to be operational at 75%, certain jetties to be operational at 50% efficiency, but they were doing better than what they were committing. So ultimately I can say that the ships were loading and sailing out, pilotage operation and other operations were also okay. Not to 100% efficiency, but yes, things were moving. Things were happening, and same with the cement clinker operations. The port had started operations and the discharge was going on. though impacted, but still it was better than coming to a total grinding halt. We hope that things will further improve and the port will reach 100% efficiency.
So there has been a huge fall in the crude oil prices, and that has also resulted in the volatility in the bunker prices. How are you dealing with this?
Look, Captain Mishra, the bunkers this year have been very, very unpredictable. At the beginning of this year in January, with this MARPOL 2020 regulation, all ships were supposed to consume fuel oil with less than 0.5% sulfur. Everybody was expecting until the last quarter of the last year that there will be a difference of almost $150 between the low sulfur and the high sulfur fuel. But when the year started, because of the huge demand and supply gap, we saw the difference between the high and the low sulfur fuel to be about $400. The high sulfur bunker was $300 a ton, and the low sulfur bunker was $700 a ton, which was not expected, which resulted in a lot of chaos in the market at that time. But later, as the days progressed, there were two things which happened. First was that all the countries, they decided to pump in crude without any limitation, which resulted in the lower prices of the crude oil. And because of the COVID-19, the demand actually reduced to less than half, because most of the factories worldwide were shut, most of the trade was not happening, fuel consumption was down to almost the lowest level in the last 30 years. These two factors combined caused the crude oil to come down from high of almost $68–70 at the end of the last year to close to about $30 now prevailing. And the bunker prices have also come down to mid 200 levels for very low sulfur fuel, and almost mid hundreds for high sulfur fuel. That means a difference of only $100 odd. This is causing big uncertainty as far as the owners, operators, charterers and the trade is concerned. For us, we take ships on a spot basis, not so much of on contract. So whatever the prevailing prices are, we take at that price and we sell at that price. So we are not quite exposed to this variation. Of course, we are happy with a reasonable price on the bunkers.
So how do you see the dry bulk markets moving in the coming weeks?
Captain Mishra, the year 2020 did not start well for the dry bulk market. The capes were at a very low $2,000 a day. Supramax is close to about $4,000 a day. And it was cheaper to charter a Supramax than a cape. Though the equation reversed a bit, the capes came up a bit, but not drastically. And we still find that Supramaxes are prevailing at about high 4,000, and capes are also at about $5–6,000 a day. But now that the effect of the COVID is reducing and the demand is once again picking up a bit, I expect the Supramax market to go up 15–20% every month until the Q4. And the capes could come up by about 20% to 25% every month. And you could see a peaking in the last quarter of this year for the capes at about $10,000 to $12,000 a day. I'm talking about the worldwide average, and the Supramaxes maybe about $7–8,000 a day. If you see, the dry bulk has to come up because the world trade will continue irrespective of the COVID. And also, if you analyze the prices of second-hand tonnage, the capes have since the last year come down by only about 10%, not so much, despite the index coming down so much, but that is the spot effect of the index going down and not the long-term effect. And likewise, the Panamaxes and Supramaxes second-hand tonnage 5-year-old has not gone down by more than maybe even 5%. That shows that in times to come, dry sector will remain fairly okay. We'll not see the days of 2008 ever again, but it will still be above water kind of situation for dry bulk. This is what I believe.
So it has been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Captain Mishra, for inviting me here. It was indeed a pleasure to be with you and share my thoughts with you. Thank you once again.